All right. Okay.
Far as I know, everyone knows the prices are going up. What are the plans with the price hikes?
Okay. Right now we are in the the 08-09 year will bring about the third year of a 3-year rate increase plan. So after this next upcoming school year, the permit rates will stabilize. That 3-year rate increase plan was brought about by a recommendation that was made by the Parking and Transit Task Force. And that task force was formed in October of 2005 under the direction of Carol Campbell, who is the Chief Financial Officer of the university. It was a committee that was formed of people that were not within Parking and Transit Services, but were other faculty and staff, representatives, students. And so it was an independent committee from Parking and Transit Services that looked at the different parking rates at other universities as well as parking garages in the Phoenix metro area. And then they came out with their analysis in April of 2006. And they found that our rates were actually at the time quite lower than our other Pac-10 school colleagues, as well as ABOR peer institutions, which is universities that the Arizona Board of Regents have deemed to be comparable to ASU in enrollment size and in its urban environment. So in order to sustain the impacts that will be brought about to the parking inventory because of the constant development and construction of academic and research and residence hall buildings, the committee found that in order to be able to continue to fund all of the transportation initiatives that our department sponsors, and again to offset the impact to our parking inventory because of development, campus development, these parking rates would need to increase. And right now, the rates are actually very comparable to other Pac-10 schools and privately owned Phoenix garages.
By doing the rates to help fund the public transportation, are you trying to push students to go towards the public transportation?
We do encourage people to look at their options when it comes to using alternate forms of transportation. Certainly, ASU is known nationwide as being a global leader in sustainability efforts, and we want to do our part in having students and faculty and staff where they're able to, if their commute patterns allow it, to look at taking alternate forms of transportation like the bus and the local shuttle services that the City of Tempe provides in making their commute to ASU.
If people start not using the lots, like if they just leave their car at home and start taking the transportation, the price is going to go up even more so to be able to fund it if no one's using the parking lots?
No, I don't believe that would be a situation. There will always be a need for parking, and we recognize that because people do live in certain areas where the bus service may not be as convenient for them to ride into campus and make it in time for their classes or their work schedules. So what we really try to do is to educate those students and faculty and staff that live within a reasonable distance of the university, such as within a 5 or 10 mile radius, to look at taking the Valley Metro, especially when light rail begins in December. We're definitely going to encourage people to take advantage of that. Certainly those people that live on the far east side or the far west side of the valley, carpooling would be an excellent alternative to not always bringing so many cars to campus, but still having the accessibility of having a vehicle to drive into campus if necessary.
Are you thinking about doing any form of benefits for people that do carpool?
We do have the carpool permit program, and that would be something that's 2 individuals or 3 individuals could come in and purchase a regular permit, and then to divide the cost of that permit would be done between themselves. We as Parking and Transit wouldn't divide the cost of the permit, but amongst themselves they could divide the cost of that permit equally. But then they could also apply for a carpool parking permit, which they would have in addition to the regular permit that would allow them to park in the carpool spaces that are located within most of our lots and structures here on the Tempe campus. And the benefit of that is that most of those carpool spaces are located closer to the entrances and exits of the lots, and just for easier access. For example, in lot 59, if you have a 59 permit, a lot of times people may be searching towards the most northern edge of that lot if they come into school at 9 or 10 in the morning. But if you're to be a carpool permit holder for lot 59, you would definitely have a very close space, closest to where the flash shuttles pick up.
That's pretty much all the questions I have for
Okay,
you. You answered
all right,
everything.
great.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Oh, sure, of course, not a problem. Something else to note is that I don't know if I should say mic for this.
Well,
Anyway,
you'll say if you want.
Parking and
Anything.
Transit Services is a self-funded department, so it's important that people know that none of their tuition money, state funds, or student fees come into our budget. So all of the revenue that we generate by the sale of parking permits, the receipt of citation payments, and also at our visitor lots, all of that money is put back into our budget to fund all of the transportation services that we provide. Yeah, just